Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. DTC P2237 indicates a malfunction related to the air-fuel ratio, AF sensor 1, specifically an IP circuit high-voltage issue. This sensor is critical for maintaining the optimal air-fuel mixture in the engine, which directly affects performance, emissions, and fuel economy. The term IP refers to the integrated power circuit within the sensor's operation. It's vital to address this DTC not just for vehicle performance, but also for compliance with emissions regulations that modern vehicles are subjected to. When the voltage from the AF sensor's IP terminal exceeds specified thresholds, the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, detects this anomaly and triggers the DTC P2237, indicating a serious issue that needs immediate diagnosis. Therefore, understanding the components involved, their functionality, and where they are located within the vehicle is essential for effective troubleshooting. The DTC P2237 pertains to the AF sensor, Sensor 1, which plays a crucial role in determining the correct air-fuel ratio necessary for optimal engine combustion. This sensor measures the concentration of oxygen in the exhaust gases, allowing the PCM to adjust fuel delivery accordingly. Located near the engine exhaust, typically before the catalytic converter, it ensures the engine operates efficiently and within emission standards. An abnormal voltage reading at the IP terminal indicates a malfunction in this sensor or its related circuitry. If this reading is consistently high, the PCM perceives it as a fault condition, leading to poor engine performance and potential failure to meet exhaust emission standards. 3 potential causes can trigger the DTC P2237. The first is an IP open wire inspection failure, indicating that the wiring connecting the AF sensor to the PCM may be broken or damaged. This would result in the PCM not receiving the correct signal from the sensor. The second possible cause is a direct fault in the PCM itself. If the PCM is malfunctioning, it may misinterpret the signals it receives, leading to incorrect voltage readings and erroneous DTCs being recorded. Lastly, the AF sensor, Sensor 1, itself may be failing. If this component cannot accurately read the air-fuel mixture, this would naturally lead to high voltage readings at the IP terminal, prompting the DTC to activate. Several symptoms may accompany the DTC P2237 manifestation. The most immediate indicator is the illumination of the check engine light on the dashboard. This warning signifies that the vehicle's onboard diagnostic system has identified a fault. Additionally, drivers may notice a reduction in fuel efficiency, as improper air-fuel mixtures can lead to incomplete combustion. This inefficiency often results in increased fuel consumption, driving up operating costs. Furthermore, there may be noticeable poor engine performance, including hesitation or stalling during acceleration. If left unaddressed, these symptoms can lead to strained engine components and increased emissions, further complicating repair efforts. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P2237 is to start the engine. After starting, maintain the engine speed at 3,000 RPM without any load by keeping the vehicle in either park, P, or neutral. The purpose of this step is to bring the engine to its operating temperature and activate various systems, including the radiator fan. Once the radiator fan engages, it indicates that the engine is reaching the necessary thermal conditions to evaluate the sensor's functionality. Then, let the engine return to idle and observe if any abnormalities in performance occur. Following this procedure ensures that the engine is in a stable state for further inspections. In the second troubleshooting step, first, disconnect the PCM connector. Before accessing the connections, use the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to jump the SCS line. This prepares the system for inspection by ensuring that the cylinder cutoff is disabled. After waiting for a minute, you can check for open wires, which may indicate a break or damage in the circuit. Prepare to inspect both the AF sensor, sensor 1, connector and the PCM connector by keeping them disconnected during the process. A normal reading during this check should show less than 1 ohm resistance in the circuits, which suggests a functional link between components. Any values exceeding this indicate the presence of a fault in the wiring. The third troubleshooting step involves inspecting the output voltage from the AF sensor, sensor 1. Ensure that the sensor remains disconnected, as this prevents erroneous readings during the test. Although the engine must be running for this inspection, confirm that the sensor input is correctly configured. The ideal output voltage should be around 0.2 volts or greater when the engine is operational. If the reading falls below this threshold, it indicates a potential problem within the PCM or the sensor itself. Thus, verifying the sensor's voltage output is a critical checkpoint in determining where the fault lies within the system. Accurate readings here can guide you on whether to look further into PCM issues or the sensor behavior. In the final troubleshooting step, focus on the AF sensor, sensor 1 itself. If all previous inspections returned normal results, it's reasonable to conclude that the AF sensor may be the cause of the issues signified by DTC P2237. Conduct a thorough examination of the sensor, checking for any visible damage, corrosion at the terminals, or anything unusual that could affect its performance. The checks already conducted would serve as a baseline to confirm the sensor's condition. Any deviation from expected performance standards might necessitate replacing the AF sensor. Establishing the sensor's functional state is vital, as its failure directly influences the entire air-fuel management strategy of the engine. After completing all inspections and any necessary repairs, it is essential to verify that the DTC P2237 has been resolved. First, clear the DTC from the PCM using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. After clearing, run the engine under the same conditions as during the initial troubleshooting steps. Monitor for any signs of the check engine light illuminating again. Additionally, perform a follow-up inspection of the AF sensor's performance within the operational parameters specified earlier. Successful verification indicates that the issue has been addressed, confirming the circuit is functioning normally without error codes reappearing. This step is crucial for ensuring long-term vehicle performance and emissions compliance. Preventive maintenance related to DTC P2237 involves implementing routine checks on the AF sensor and its associated wiring. Regular inspections can help catch issues before they lead to DTC activation. Ensure the sensor's connections are clean and free from corrosion, as compromised terminals can lead to voltage irregularities. Equally important is inspecting the wiring integrity that runs to and from the sensor and PCM. Any signs of wear, fraying, or exposure should be addressed immediately. Finally, staying updated with any PCM software updates issued by Honda can mitigate compatibility issues or bugs that might contribute to malfunctions. Regular maintenance helps maintain vehicle performance and prevents future diagnostic trouble. In conclusion, DTC P2237 highlights a critical issue involving the AF sensor, sensor 1, related to IP circuit high voltage. Recognizing the importance of this sensor in managing the engine's air-fuel ratio is pivotal for maintaining performance and emissions standards. Understanding each step of the diagnostic process, from confirming symptoms to performing thorough inspections, sets the stage for effective troubleshooting. The proactive approach outlined in this guide, which includes careful monitoring, inspections, and preventive maintenance strategies will not only provide immediate resolutions to the DTC, but also pave the way for long-term engine health. Staying vigilant about the AF sensor and its links to the PCM ensures your Honda Accord operates efficiently and remains compliant with environmental standards. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.